All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Off and rolling.
Oh shit.
That was close. Not much. They don't look bad. Maybe a little further.
What's that?
You tightened up also. No, put some rounds in. Take some out of the right rear.
Oh shit.
Here we go, guys. Here we go.
That was good right there.
Minute 15 to go.
You're better off of this one. One more time, Bart. James?
How come I'm moving?
Why do it? I was maybe take a little bit around the right side. It's moving. You probably can't see it.
Ready, 26 is up next. We're on the line. Got about 5 cars.
Yeah.
That's done, guys. That is time. 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Guys, we're back. Day 2. You saw Kevin go around the track. We had to make some adjustments to his car. One of the things, this car is a prototype, so we installed this servo for the steering on the far left. So when the tire turns and it compresses, it starts rubbing the servo. So we had to move it back, re-drill the holes, and it's just good data for information. Now hopefully it clears, keeping it from grabbing and causing it to be erratic through the turn. It was kind of tight, and then it was loose off, so I think it was causing all kinds of problems. Other thing is he pulled out the setup board and went ahead and make sure everything, all his toe and his camber and everything was set up. So yesterday, after we did all the replacement parts on the front end of the late model, we went ahead and just threw it out there real quick, eyeballed it. So now we're going to put it on the setup station and check it out. All right, so this is nothing fancy. I know the hoodie ones are real expensive, but this is a nice, what was it, from Amazon.
What did you think on Amazon?
How much? Yeah, the Energy. How much?
I think it was $100.
Yeah, so it's $100. I know the hoodies run pretty high, and those are nice, but this does the job too. So one of the biggest things is you got to make sure you have your radio on and the power on, so the car has naturally where it's at. So then you start looking at these, move it over. This has maybe 1 degree of toe out. You come on this side, and it has almost 5, so the car is going to be tracking weird. So we're going to try to add, this one should be fine, we're gonna take this one in a little bit. You can also check your camber. So as you can see, this one could probably go in a little bit.
Oh, no, drop the wheels
And
off.
then this
Bring that
one
in.
is a
Bring
little,
it in.
no, this one's pretty good too. So you can also do the rear. We got the rear set up. Obviously, having adjustable arms is kind of hard to really see where it's at, but you can just verify your toe or your adjustments that you have in your rear by using the same tool. So which race 37? 41 and 40 something else, so kind of back to back. So we're going to do the late model right now, put it together, and then we'll go out to the track, and then maybe the next round we'll do the sprint car. So that's where we're at.
Race 42 is up next, 42.
Is it loose off now, Vic?
Easy.
Bring it back real quick. Bring it here if you want an adjustment. Give me a turn down. Left rear, left rear. When you lift, it keeps going. Sounds like James Fancy.
30 seconds to go. Take turn 2, 2 clear.
Looks like a dump truck.
That's time, 3 minutes, please. 41 is finished.
All right, so we're back. We went to lunch first, came back, started working on the car, got everything cleaned up. Everything we did in the front seems to be working fine. We did go ahead and decide to add some drag brake to the car. So adding drag brake to the car, instead of me using my finger to try to brake it and make the inertia go forward, like all the weight transfer go forward, it naturally does it for you, so it's a little bit more consistent that way. So as you can see, we scrolled through there. I initially put 6% on it, but I went up to 10% drag brake with a little bit. I think I put 4 kV on the percentage. So kind of like the frequency, the brake frequency. So the brake frequency, I raised it up so it won't be such a hard hit. It would be more of a softer, and then we'll just have to tune accordingly. And the reason I did that because for the most part the car itself is doing fine. I just need that extra little help to get it on the front and rotate. Another thing I did was add a spacer on the right rear. I went to an 8.0. I took this one off, which is the original one here that I had, plastic one. See if I can get you. So pretty good offset difference. I usually run, you can do an adapter, space this out, but that's for coming out. So I didn't put nothing on there. I think coming out's fine. It's just, we're just trying to get the whole rotation. Between those two things, I'm hoping it smooths out the entry.
Two.
Welcome to my everyone. You're good. Hey, drive this next lap. Oh, never mind. Hey, you're good. That's a good car.
All right, so one of the things is I moved this camber link in. It was a little bit further out. I just want to stabilize it back in, so that messed up. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on the setup board. You can see the front side's out. It's too much a little bit. This one's okay. So let's make some more adjustments. Right, so what we're looking at is my phone. I am going through the ESC set points. Really, one of the biggest things about going from like a 10.5, 13.5, and is the amount of power that this motor has. Basically, one of the biggest things I was struggling with my sprint car is it automatically just, the power came in really hard and it just ballooned the tires, causing the car to like raise and kind of get a little erratic. Now granted, I don't really race much outlaw sprint. You know, a lot of our tracks is 10.5, 13.5 stuff. So this is a learning curve, but I know that we had to tame it down. So I did go through the book for Hobby Wing and just verify all the set points. I moved, you know, the throttle control, the rate, softening values. I even messed with a little bit with the drive frequency, just kind of make it linear. Yeah, I try to smooth out this whole process for this 7.0 that we have in it, and just trying to make it a little bit consistent, a little soft. I even added some coast to the car, so like when I let off the throttle if I need to, the car kind of still continues to roll forward. So like that, if I take the throttle off, it doesn't initially just jerk the car forward and cause it to like oversteer. So, and also on my radio, I can adjust my speeds, dual rates and stuff like that. So I really just needed to calm the car down and let the power kind of roll in instead of just all at once. And another thing that you can do with this is you can also save this like that. So like you can have different profiles. Like I'll go ahead and save this under R70, just like that. Well, at some point when I get back to 13.5, 10.5 stuff, I can start over and set another profile. So very helpful to be able to do that.
Here we go, 41.
It's a good start.
Keep like in.
That doesn't even do it.
Put a corner in the right corner. Put a corner in the right corner.
Everyone on the track, 42 is up next.
Victor, bring it here, man. All right, so Kevin asked me to come in. Looking at the car, he's pretty good about reading about what the car is doing. My job is to drive it as hard as I can so he can see what it's doing in between what he sees and what I say. He does know what adjustments to make. I believe he thought the car was a little tight. To me, I was just driving, just trying to make good 5 laps. And then I came in and I think he tried to loosen it up a little bit, free it off coming in, but it was a little more squirrely than what I wanted. So I'll come back in shortly and he'll undo what he did, which I think he went down a couple of rounds on the right rear and went up on the left rear. So that'll help free it off. But I came in and he pretty much undid it.
Yeah, so there's only one piece. You want some more adjustment? It's a little loose off. Yeah, sure.
20 seconds to go. Race 42's up next. These up and down, keep things rolling, guys. A lot of racing executed tonight. And it's gone. No more laps. Got to bring it in. Bring it in. All cars bring it in.
Right rear to 0. Okay.
Tyler, car 023.
Oh, that's good. You gotta keep the front end back up there.
I'm rolling here. 44.
All right, as you can see, I got my hands full with the sprint car. One of the adjustments that I made before when I was out is I moved the wing forward, which is a big mistake. It was way too erratic. There's a big difference between it turning good and it just
Didn't you move it
being
forward earlier?
edgy. It was too edgy, like I barely turned it and it just darted to the inside. So in order to limit, I needed him to move the wing back.
Yeah. They got mine.
I'm going to go. Race 45. Up next.
Alright, bring it back. How much? We're on about 4 or 2, somewhere around there. It's on right. I want to have to do it.
So we just raced both our cars. So it's pretty much like back to back. Late model was 41. I go Marshall, stand in line during race 43, and then I'm 44. So I kind of laid this video out the way I raced it. Late model looked really good, decent. Kevin had made some adjustments at first. It seemed to me, it felt like it was a little bit looser coming off. We tried it a couple of rounds and I came back in. I think initially he went down on the right rear and up on the left rear. When I came back in, he took that back out and took a little bit less, took a little bit more and added to the left rear. And that helped the drive off. I'm still struggling a little bit with the entering. A lot of people's cars I see are having a lot of drag brake. I had some drag brake, so what I'm gonna do, I think I'm just gonna add some more to it, help the entry a little bit, just a little bit. So I think that's all we're gonna do to the late model. Sprint car, as you can see, was really edgy. I messed up. I still have the front tires as green. I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, well first, the adjustments. I initially had moved the wing forward just to see if it helped it, and then made it too aggressive. So when I came in and Kevin made the adjustments, he moved the wing back, put more weight on the rear, and then that helped it up and tightened it up. But I think it's a little too tight, so I think I need to now go to blues, try to break in a set of blue fronts, and then hopefully that tightens the car up where we can start adding some more steering to it. But overall, the car was tight, but it was manageable. It wasn't too far off. I was kind of able to kind of hold my own and stay consistent. That's what we need just to make some good laps. So I'm also going to change It was laying over really hard on the right rear. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on the rear shocks. I'm gonna add stiffer weight oil. So other than that, that's a wrap for me today. I would put Kevin's cars on there, but I can't tell you exactly what he did because he's on the other table and I would rather tell y'all. So for me, day 2 is pretty much a wrap. So hope y'all enjoy the videos. I want to say thank you to everybody. We're at almost 900 subscribers, which is awesome. So hope y'all like the videos. Let me give me some feedback on it. I'm trying to give you all my side of the deal. Now I will say this, before we went out to race, or I went out to race, and during Kevin's Midwest mod, we were told that, initially I told you that the left rear is for coming out of the turn, right rear is for entering. Well, a lot of the guys, like the custom work guys, have been making the adjustment flip side. So we kind of tried it. I don't like it. It doesn't make sense to me. But we did try it with Kevin's car. But Kevin's car is a prototype. It's really hard to explain, so we really needed to start over with his car. So put it on a setup board, put a straight edge on it, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, as far as I know, this is all adjustments that works for me. I'm taking you through it step by step. Hopefully like it. And that's a wrap for me, day 2. We'll see you tomorrow.